What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to another Epic 7 video. You may or may not have just watched my Epic 7 patch with the Fanny preview, but we actually have a two-parter for y'all today because there's so much content, surprisingly, and we actually have the new exclusive equipment, which normally I won't review because it's such a small part that comes up later on Stove, but additionally, they did actually release not the video, but the full skill set for the new Lone Wolf Peira, the new Dark ML5 Peira, the upcoming latest Moonlight unit. And guys, her kit is insane, so stay tuned with me. We'll go over that in just a second here. I'm assuming though that they released Peira's kit because she always gets data mined anyways, so even though we'll have to wait for the patch not the patch preview, but the video showcase for Peira herself to see the full animations and then the narration, the backstory, all that, usually gets data mined early, so I guess they decided to release her kit anyways. Regardless, we will cover that. I don't want to go too much into it. I like to wait for the video, but we got to talk about it soon. So anyways, let's go ahead and break this down. We have the 5-star Blooming Lidica EE, which we talked about in the patch preview video. This has effectiveness on it, which is very nice. As a debuffer style unit. The equipment effects on, I'm assuming this is the skill 1, skill 2, skill 3 respectively. Removes 3 souls from an enemy unit when using Twirling Thorns. Restricts all enemies for 2 turns. Restrict can be quite interesting. And then we just have straight damage on skill 3. You guys that play Blooming Lidica, I've only ever fought her. I have her because I like her looks, but not my type of playstyle unit. So I don't actually know which one would be the most effective. I'm going to assume it's probably the Restrict, but extra damage is honestly kind of nice too, depending on how many debuffs we're expecting to land, etc. with her scaling. I believe it's the amount of debuffs land, and then she does a huge explosion. All I know is that when I fight her in areas like Arena Guild Wars, when she was much more prevalent, this thing does a crap ton. So I don't know if we need more, but Restrict could be interesting on the Seductive Scent. The remove 3 souls, I guess, could be good for like RTA, but I think the other two are probably where people will lean. Let's see what Says gets. 14% attack on top is always nice. Dark Shadow. Hold on. Die Hard. Increase damage up by Encroach by 20. Or increase attack of the caster by 2 turns when using Encroach. And then we have a straight 20% damage dealt on Dark Shadow there as well. Okay. Self-attack up seems really nice, right? This one will be dependent. It's a lot of damage additionally, but depending on what comp you want to bring or what artifact you're rocking, right? You do have an option for here. And then don't forget, guys, too, just straight up 14% attack for units like Says is always very, very welcome. I think this will make him quite dangerous moving forward. Is there anything else in this kind of preview here? We do have a update for the arena gear. It's going to be a pen set. This actually looks very, very nice. The weapon is just juiced up. This is the yeah, this is the Annihilator Arena 2025 season. Okay. Yeah, make sure you guys pick these up. Some of these are insanely good. The boots, the weapon, the helmet. Honestly, all of them look pretty insane here. Yeah, just no waste, no dumb stats like effectiveness or effect resist snuck in there. Pick up the entire set and go to town. This is exactly what I want Smilegate to do, is just give out a lot of gear that's accessible without, you know, having to pay or just jump through so many hoops to get, and then have some nice stats so people can start getting geared up, especially for things like real-time arena. But here's what I want to really get into, guys, and that is the Lone Wolf Peira skill set, because Smilegate did release this early. Let's go and check this out. So meet Lone Wolf Peira. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm repairing your bike only because I just can't stand seeing it in such bad shape. So a little bit Sundera vibes. You know, she's helping you not because she wants to, but because she loves bicycles. She's a biker with the moniker of Lone Wolf, who was formerly the vice captain mechanic of the biker gang Crimson Knight, but one event led to another. Now she operates independently. She made it pretty clear that she now loathes almost all things associated with the Nada's biker thugs. Rumors have been circulating that if you don't keep up your bike maintenance and happen to cross paths with her, you'll wake up battered and bruised, but your bike will be as new as the day you got it. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be like, "Let me roam around let me roam around town with a broken bike and see if Peira appears." Because looking like that, my goodness! Members of the Suri gang that was expanded after Hua's retirement are chasing after Peira, but they fail every time because they simply cannot catch up to her. She rides a specially modified bike customized just for herself. I wonder what Last Rider Crowd would have to say about that. Okay, so she is a 5-star Dark Elemental Aquarius warrior who can strengthen Dark Elemental allies and help her allies get their turn. I'll just say that right now. It is multiple. I did read ahead. Sorry, guys, but I was getting some messages. Okay. Additionally, we do know that her speed is equivalent to Conqueror Lilius, so she's 121 base speed. Keep that in mind as we read ahead. Skill 1 Bash attacks the enemy with a 75% chance to increase defense for 1 turn. A successful attack inflicts additional damage proportional to the caster's attack. Pretty standard. But on the Soul Burn, it'll be AoE. So we do have an AoE defense break. Now keep in mind, I was talking with my boy Biako. I do believe, guys, whenever they show these kind of patch preview, not patch previews, but these hero previews, that I think these are already with the, I could be mistaken, but I think these are already with the skill enhancements, the Molagor in effect. If they're not, these numbers could be even higher. For example, the defense break chance, the combat readiness increase here. I'm not sure, but I think this is already, if anyone knows for sure, because I do know we have gotten early hero previews like this via Stove. Let us know in the comments. But anyways, yeah, AoE defense break, 75% chance for now. Only 1 turn. However, 1 turn is all you need because you're going to see what the rest of her skill set does here. Skill 2, Time to Rampage. We just get a passive, increase evasion by 50%. Additionally, at the start of the turn, increase attack by 20%. This can stack up to 5 times, which is kind of insane. At the end of the turn, increases combat readiness of all allies by 10%. Also very insane. So you have a combat readiness of all allies push, right? 10%. Nothing to scoff at. However, on the skill 3, read this. Dispels 2 debuffs from all allies before granting Rampage. And let's go read over here. Rampage increases evasion and speed by 20%. My God. So this character already is going to have 70% evasion. Cannot dispel that. And keep in mind, guys, there's a lot of other evasion units, especially dark evasion units. Fat Cat, Assassin Cartusia, same character. Remnant Violet, the new Dark Aiden that just came out. Units like Closer Charles. Bloodblade Corinne doesn't necessarily have evasion, but her artifact can, and I think she's going to synergize nicely. Just cooking a little bit, but let's go and read what the rest of the abilities do. So we get the Rampage, then we grant Swift Attack, and if you aren't sure what that is, guys, that is that overpowered mid ability that gives you a significant combat readiness push, and that's going to be for all allies except for Peira herself. When you're awakened, you get an extra turn on top of that. So holy crap, this character is going to be insane. If you remember the Reign of Terror that conquered Lilius, she's still good, by the way, just not nearly as dominant as she used to be. But this new ML Peira, what's her name again? Lone Wolf Peira. I may be over-analyzing, over-hyping a little bit here, but I don't think so. I think this Reign of Terror that she's going to bring is going to be obscene, considering especially the level of gear people have nowadays. I was just throwing out a few dark units that can stack evasion, but you don't even need that. You can bring units like Frida to enable a soul burn, for units like BBK to get her the AoE defense break into the swift attack buff. That's just going to enable like two or three of your other dark units to do some insane damage before your opponent can even react. Additionally, if your opponent somehow survives, which I don't see that happening, but if somehow you do survive, your entire team is also, depending on what you bring, going to have some insane evasion because of the Rampage buff or the just passive evasion that a lot of characters have right now, like Remnant Violet, etc. I think this unit is going to be extremely, extremely scary. But we will see. I see Valk over here already typing. Looks-wise, I will admit she is very, very nice looking. So just aesthetically, I think... Does anyone regret pulling Bystander Hua Young right now? I don't at all, because I really like Bystander Hua as well. But I bet a lot of people are kicking themselves here. If because Bystander Hua, I know at least from my own testing, is definitely good. But I want to read them. There it is. But I know that a lot of people haven't been having too much success with her, and this character just on paper already seems a lot more powerful, especially with the team synergies on what you can bring. But yeah, I don't want to overanalyze, overhype. I don't want to scare anyone just yet, but I do think she's going to be extremely powerful. Start saving your mystics right now, because looks-wise, I think 10 out of 10. Kit-wise, could be 10 out of 10 or even better, potentially as well. All right. Well, I think we'll wrap things up here, guys. Thank you so much. As always, we have some stuff to really look forward to, or maybe not look forward to. Some dreadful arena PvP RT encounters upcoming with this scary lady. But yeah, at least she's hot. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.